Hi there, Randy Hart from the Thompson Hart team at Royal LePage, bringing you your July update for 2486 and 2490, where we look at everything that leased and sold last month for June 2025 and everything else happening in the market. Let's get into the numbers. So June was a slower month. We had just one property sell and we had 6 leases, so a little slower than the previous month. The one property that did sell was a 2-bedroom that sold for $620,000. The 5 that leased, there was 3 1-bedrooms and they went from $2,000 to $2,100. There was a 1+ den that rented for $2,200, and then there was 2 2-bedrooms that rented for $2,500 and $2,750. So there are 9 properties actively for sale right now in the building, kind of down from last month. We did notice that a bunch have canceled or terminated. Maybe they're waiting till later in the year to come back on, but right now there are 9 active. There's 7 1-bedrooms and they range from $449,000 to $549,000. There is a 1+ den for $510,000, and there is a 2-bedroom unit that's up at $589,000. So there are 7 units available for lease. They range from $2,150 up to $2,900 for a furnished one. So there's lots of options there if you know anyone thinking about renting out their unit or looking to live in the buildings. There's a bunch of options there for them. And for buyers, there is still lots of inventory on the market, not just in these buildings, but throughout Oakville. So there is a lot of 1-bedroom condos, and they kind of ranging from $400 to $500. So if somebody is looking, there is a lot of options for them, even a couple 1+ dens in that $450 to $500 range. So it really is a buyer's market, just with the extra inventory that's on. Normally this time of year is a little bit slower. Generally it's summer soon. It's people are vacationing and traveling and doing those things. So September should pick up a little bit overall for sales, but normally the summer periods are a little bit slower. The other thing I like to do is look at last year and see how we did then compared to now. So last year in June, it was a similar month. We had just 1 sale and we had 5 leases. So the 1 unit that sold was also a 2-bedroom and it sold for $609,000. So kind of good to see that it's similar. Both of these years though were down from what you would consider normal everyday activity for this type of year. So hoping things can get a little bit better. The condo market is slower in general across GTA, Oakville, Burlington. Things are down, lots of inventory. So keep that in mind with your properties. If you're pricing them and doing things, there is lots of choice for buyers and lots of new builds that have built in Oakville over the last couple years. The other thing to keep an eye on is the Bank of Canada rate announcement. So the next rate announcement is coming up end of this month, July 30th. So we'll be watching that to see, do they hold rates flat or do we see a decrease in the rates maybe? Just a lot of factors contribute to that. So we'll monitor and see what happens with that. Also, we've had a ton of new subscribers for this video newsletter, so thank you for joining. Nice to see so many people interested in keeping up on what's going on with the condos. If you know anyone that could use this newsletter or would like to receive it, you can sign up on our website or just shoot me a quick email. I'll add you there manually with your email. So again, welcome and thank you so much for that. Now, again, if you know anyone that could use our help, either buying or selling, renting, or even if you just have some real estate questions about what's going on with the market, happy to answer, always here to answer any questions. Feel free to reach out. Enjoy your summer. Again, it's Randy Hart with the Thompson Hart team at Royal LePage, and we'll see you next month. Thanks.